Hi everyone, it's the 18th of October. Now, as you know, we had broken the golden resistance after breaking out of the green bull flag, and before that, we broke that red resistance and back tested it. So everything is still very bullish and it's still all beautifully playing out. And we are inside this blue potential uptrend. I'm saying potential because it's the bottom band that hasn't been tested just yet for the second time. But if we do today, then, and if it holds, obviously we should see it climb to around, well, below 6,000. It's 5,975, which is going to be that black top band potential resistance. I'm just saying it's a potential one. It's the same story with the SPX. The blue one is the red here. And if the red bottom band holds, we climb towards that 6,000 level. So I'm still holding the 5760 breakout long, okay? And I'm hoping we're going to get out around 6,000. But of course, if this red bottom band doesn't hold, and if it breaks this golden support, then we have to abandon that long. I think then it becomes a little bit tricky for the bulls. Maybe we'll see a deeper pullback, or it will come down to test that purple bottom band and then rally. So I wouldn't want to basically lose those paper profits. Dow Jones is testing that blue top band. As you can see, it's breaking that blue top band, which is a continuous futures. Okay, and the red top band is still the target. And if we see the Dow Jones cash, it's almost at that blue top band. That's the dangerous territory now. So if this blue top band holds, then things are going to get very tricky. We may see a big reversal from there. So I'm going to be very, very careful here. And the level of that blue top band is around, just below 43,500. NASDAQ is lagging still. And the golden line is the potential target and resistance, which is going to be the new all-time high. I think NASDAQ is going to touch that. And then, but from there, we may see it coming down, especially if it comes down, tests the blue and purple, and then finally breaks the purple bottom band. That is going to be tricky. And of course, that golden bottom band is very far from the current action, but that golden bottom band's break would be very, very terrible for the bull market. But at the moment, everything is fine. So we got to be just prudent. We got to be really careful about what the price is telling us. Nasdaq cash is the same. You can see the black channel. It's the golden one that I just showed. It's the black one here on the cash. The golden resistance is different than the continuous futures because this one already has 3 touches. So if we climb to test it for the 4th time and break it, that is going to open the way for a new all-time high. But we may still see it coming down, test the green bottom band together with the golden support rail for the cash. I'm talking about the cash, which is going to be around 19,900-ish. So if that one holds, we rally big time to get to the previous all-time highs, maybe even break that golden resistance. Anytime we break that golden resistance, that's going to really look very bullish. The question is, are we going to pull back and then rally, or are we going to straight away rally and break that? That is the big question. We'll see. At the moment, everything is still looking very bullish. Russell is still targeting that green top band after the break of the blue bull flag and the golden. This is where I told you to buy it at 22.35. It's already up now 85 ticks, 85 points from the breakout with no drawdown whatsoever. So the green top band is still the target, and obviously the golden top band will be if it gets there. Of course, to get there, it has to break the green top band first. That's a big if. FTSE had broken the green resistance and back tested it. It is now, it touched the golden top band. That was my target. So I'm going to put it on the 4-hourly to show you a better picture. After the break of the green resistance, I said it's going to get to the golden top band, maybe possibly pull back once again. That's exactly what is happening here. You can see 3 touches on the golden top band, 2 or 3 touches on the golden bottom band. So what needs to happen here for the bullish case is, of course, break the purple and golden, and any move beyond, I mean, any move, any action beyond the highs of yesterday is going to open the way for a big rally towards 85.50. So FTSE is ready after such a massive um, um, consolidation. This is the high of May. So another lost 5 months for the British economy. It's just doesn't create anything, as you can see here, just stagnant. And now maybe, just maybe, we're going to get to a new high. And then we'll see here that red or black line, right? This black line may turn into a resistance or maybe get smashed through. That would open the way for, of course, for a big rally. DAX has, of course, that blue support. Resistance becomes a support. The red wedge. The green resistance is break. That's exactly where we bought it at 265, 19,265. I already closed half of the position, but now I'm expecting and I'm hoping that we are going to break this golden short-term resistance right there. So if we can break that, that is going to open the way, obviously, for a massive rally. I mean, the continuation of this massive rally that started in August all the way to 21,000, 20,700. And why I'm thinking that we can do that is also because of this green giant resistance that is already broken, right? And it was broken and back tested. So that looks very, very positive. And yeah, we'll see whether we get there or not. But I think this whole thing is breaking to the upside. I know there are too many lines here, but just focus on this green wedge that is broken to the upside, okay? So these are the short-term lines. That's why I'm saying disregard them. On the 4 hourly, they are much more clear now. You can see here. So both short-term and long-term, it looks bullish. The French index is now getting closer to this green potential resistance after bottoming out right here. I thought we're going to come down to the black bottom band, but no, it actually didn't. And it did something like this, maybe that, I don't know, like this low and that low was kind of internal. Is it going to come down from here to that black bottom band? So I'm just going to experiment something and I'm going to put it right there. This is really a speculative resistance right there at the moment, okay? It is a speculative resistance, that purple top band. If it wants to become kind of a double-decker downtrend, of course, if it reverses here, then we come down to the black bottom band and maybe even break it to the downside. That is still in the books to all the way to 7,000. That can be possible, right? That can be possible to touch that red bottom band. This is the low of October 22. Yeah, to like excuse me. If it wants to rally, obviously it has to break the green and the blue and get to 8,000. But before that, the French index may come down, touch the black bottom band, and then break it and get to the red bottom band, and then we may see a big rally. Obviously, the entire market is looking so bullish, including DAX and everything else. I don't think the French index is going to do this. I mean, coming down and get all the way to sub 7,000. But you never know. The price is telling us that we are not really out in the clear to get to this blue broken supports back test just under 8,000. TLT is looking good, and if the red bottom band holds, we see a really big recovery towards 105. The 10-year Treasury note is maybe inside the green downtrend. So if it touches the green top band, pull back, and then a rally to break out. It's entirely speculative, this green one. Like, let's have a look at oil. It's still coming down, and I think this year, of course, was caused the $10 rally. It's now being erased without breaking that golden major resistance, which is why I'm still leaning bearish. I think we are going to erase all these gains come down towards 66.50? And then is it going to touch the purple and then rally to break out? That is the big question. But either way, it's still bearish on the long term. Brent oil is also the same. The golden resistance stays intact, and it may be coming down to back test that purple broken channel, right? And while erasing all these gains. But I think, while we were inside the purple downtrend, there was more downside, I believe. Yeah, of course, the Middle East tensions, it caused the breakout, but I think that breakout was premature. Before the breakout, we were coming down, and I think we were going to test that 65 level, which may still happen. And maybe not 65, but 66, 67, or like sub 70 is still possible. Gold obviously had bounced. I mean, it is looking very bullish. After the bounce of the red plus blue double support, we broke out of the blue bull flag back test, and it is now at 27.10. I've been aiming for 27.50. This green line may turn into resistance, actually, like just to cause a pullback, because this is the high of April, like multi-month line at the moment. It's just a line. I always say a line. So a line going through two major highs is just a line through 2 points. For a line, you need 2 points anyway. So for it to become a resistance, it has to get there for the third touch and come down really. That will be the confirmation that the market acknowledges this as a resistance. At the moment, it's not a resistance. So we get there, pull back, and then a break. That would be a resistance break. Obviously, an ascending resistance break. But first, we need to see, and the level for that blue resistance is 27.22. So 27.22 would be a very careful level. So gold may start to pull back. Obviously, it shouldn't break the red support, which already has held many times. Pull back small and then a break to the upside would target probably that red top band as minimum target is, I've been saying 27.50, but it was just 27.50 plus. We should get to 28, maybe even all the way to the red top band. Gold continuous futures is exactly the same kind of bullishness. The red bottom band didn't get tested, and it was a different bull flag. Initially purple, then the blue. Everything is looking very bullish, and I think minimum target is that 2800. And I'm going to now put that same line on the continuous futures as well, but on this case, it's already broken. You can see here. It didn't hold at the third touch support. Third touch, it didn't get as a resistance. You see, that's exactly what I'm saying. This one, there was a third touch, and it's just slicing through it. So we can't say this is a resistance that is broken. It is not a resistance in the first place. Silver, purple resistance, 1, 2, 3. You can see this is a resistance. First, second, third touch. So if we break it, then silver is going to get to 35, and then we touch that golden top band, right? That golden top band just around 35. Silver continuous futures is the same, and obviously the blue channel is holding. The purple top band's break is going to open the way for $35. Platinum looks amazing, really. I mean, it's really good. After the bounce of this green plus purple, we broke out purple and back tested it. It is still looking very, very bullish in my view, and it's targeting a new high, and 1030, maybe even all the way to 1050 on the spot. And on the continuous futures, you can see that golden resistance is holding, but it's kind of breaking right now. And we should see the touch on the red top band together with the blue. So the upside on the continuous futures is a little bit lower than the spot chart. Which one is telling the truth? We don't know. But that red top band, you can see the red bottom band, we may see a big reversal right there. So I'm going to put it on the 1037 mark. for the continuous futures for the current contract. And nat gas had reversed at the green resistance after faking the break, came down, and you can see the November contract now is touching that red bottom band. And so far, I mean, yesterday I called for 34.35, 23.35. Well, it came to 23.40, right? So this is where it has to start a big rally, or at least a big bounce, okay, off the red bottom band. This is a downtrend. This is the high of November, came down November last year, right? Came down, up a little bit, and then came down. So obviously, if it breaks it, then yeah, I mean, my target ultimately is still 1.3, and you know that is the red bottom band. So that's a major downtrend, and its bottom band should be tested eventually. I'm not saying it should, but if it does, we buy it big time. And natural gas, okay, this was November contract. Now, copper has now broken after golden supports backtest. It has now broken out of the wedge. Okay, it's not a very clean wedge because it only has two touches on the bottom edge. But it is now, it has at least broken this blue resistance, that top edge of the wedge. And you can see it's the same, the green support held, and we are out of. So I think the downside of copper is very limited, and we have big upside from here. Palladium has to break that blue top band. It's very close now. It's almost there. Maybe we pull back one more time from that blue top band, which is going to be around 1090. We are at 1065. Pull back one more time, right? And then a break to the upside. That would be a really beautiful breakout. Euro is now back testing that green broken major resistance. So I'm going to put it on a daily. Yeah, it already is bouncing. I had called for the erase. So obviously I had called for a really big rally starting from 110, but that failed. It came down. Okay. And I had suspected this entire rally will be erased, and we already did erase this. Maybe not the entire move. Maybe we will have one more down move. So I'm going to put it on the bottom of that. So yes, around 108, around 108. So we haven't touched 108. I think we will ultimately. And you can see the green major resistance is getting back tested here. That resistance was broken and it's getting a back test, which is why I think we're going to rally. The very bottom, so the very low of euro would be the golden bottom band. Obviously, this is way down, which is going to be around 1065 or something. I'm not saying it will be, but if it gets there, that would be a kind of a bull flag right here, or sideways channel, and then rally. But at the moment, yes, I think the green broken resistance's back test is holding. Uh, and pound sterling is that it's kind of like it touched the green bottom band, kind of like it didn't really hold, but it's struggling. It's probably, maybe it's giving signs of life here. Yeah, the green bottom band is not really very precise, is it? So I'm just gonna force this thing a little bit, or maybe something like this. Okay, I'm only making up lines at the moment, so I'm gonna be honest here. So if we have this sort of uptrend, right, and the internal is something like this, no, I don't like it, quite honestly. So it's a little bit forcing it. Either way, okay, this is the resistance zone, right? That was broken. So I'm going to put it on a rectangle. It tried such a long time to break this resistance zone. Yeah. So right. 1, 2, 3, 4 came down, back tested and back tested. So I still believe we're going to rally, and not only that, it's the main reason why I think we're going to rally is this major resistance. 1, 2, 3. We broke it. We are coming down. It is coming down. We came down for a back test. So the very bottom should be around 129. We're at 130. Yeah. And from there, I think pound sterling is going to start the next leg up. And the target is still 145. US dollar, Japanese yen is inside this green wedge. And is it going to rally to break that green top band? One, two, three, four touches on that green top band. You can see it tried it yesterday again. If it breaks it, we get to 152. If it doesn't, and if it comes down, we come down right. US dollar, UJ is going to really sell off. So on the DXY, it almost, you can see it gained back most of the sell-off. Okay, it's the inverse of euro. So 108 corresponds to 104 here. 108 on euro corresponds to 104 here. So kind of more or less. Aussie is now trying to bounce off that red broken major resistance, right? It has already bounced a little bit, and I think it will. And Kiwi is the same. You can see that golden major resistance is broken and back tested. This is a deep back test, but I think it's really fighting to start the next leg up. And if this green bottom band holds, we start to see a big rally starting, right? And CAD is not going to break this golden resistance. I don't think so. Let's have a look at coffee. Coffee is inside this black uptrend, but it's dangerously close to that break. I'm going to remove the top band. I'm going to put it as a potential support right this, or even something like this. Okay, that purple support rail. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's this rail that should be holding for us to start the next leg up. And on the long term, you can see the broken resistance, purple resistance is getting back tested. It is back tested, and it's trying to keep rallying. Wheat is in the, you can see here, it has broken the blue support. It is off the green bottom band. So it really has to decide whether it's going to rally and then come down, or come down and break the green, or going to break it to the upside. The direction of the breakout is going to dictate where wheat is going to go. It's the same on the December. It's the bull flag is in red in this case. We may see a back test on the purple broken support and then come down. Soybeans had already erased these gains, and that's why it's bounced. You can see here, these gains, these are the contract rollover gap. And I had mentioned this before. We are going to see and then we can see a rally, and that's what we're seeing here. And the golden support held, that perfect support held. Now the golden top band needs to be broken for at least a backtest of this zone, which is at 120. So 120 is the zone that if it gets to the golden top band and breaks out, then we should see 120. On the November contract, it's the same, right? It almost got to the previous lows, and then we are now ready to break. It is now ready to break out. Maybe we'll see one more dive and then break to the upside. Corn is on the December contract is clearer. It had broken the purple bear flag after breaking the green support and the golden. So that was bearish, and then it became much more bearish after the break of the purple. Now, the red top band, if it holds, it's really touching. And if it holds, we see another reversal to come down towards 390, which is going to be another low. So this spike, this little spike here, may be erased. Okay. And cocoa has to break that blue top band, not much to add. And sugar on the March contract is much more clearer. I gave you that green top band potential resistance right there. It came down to a new low. That is very, very, that is lovely to see that we have this green bull flag formation. But is it going to touch the green top band and then come down once again? So I would not be surprised if it comes down really without breaking the green bottom band, right? And then rally. So we erase all these gains maybe and then break to the upside. ultimately it should break out of this red bull flag, this giant bull flag. And cotton is kind of trying to decide what to do with herself. I don't have much feeling because of the failed bull flag. That golden one is a failed bull flag. We have to watch this. Maybe it will give us another signal. Okay, now Bitcoin, I think the whole world is watching this. I mean, we are watching it, obviously. Of course, the trading channels members is they know where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches on that red resistance, and it still hasn't been broken. I think if it breaks 69,000, that will be it. Yeah, I mean, if I want to be super precise, yes, obviously, right? Something like this. And it still hasn't broken, but I think any move beyond 69K is going to look very, very, very bullish. Then we should see the break of that arc to really rally. On its own, the red one is already a kind of a line resistance, and so far we haven't really broken out. Let's be sure. Let's say 70K, okay? And this is what worries me still, because Ethereum has made no advance towards that red and golden resistance lines and levels. And this is what worries me, really. We may see a very big drop, and that will be the end of the bull market for a long time, really. So this is why, yeah, Bitcoin has to give us the signal, and the others should follow suit. Okay, and this year that purple resistance, it's a nice one, huh? Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm going to put it on the green. Yeah, if this green resistance breaks 1, 2, 3, then we should see it touch the golden. Maybe anything above 2,900 would be out in the clear. Very, very simple action. If it breaks this red, the golden, so the golden is a potential resistance, of course. It goes through the red, this red resistance, and this red zone, that horizontal zone, and the golden top, and that would be 2,900 break. And Binance coin still inside the red uptrend. Solana inside the golden channel, bull flag. Monero has to break the green top band. So on. I'm going to switch to the daily. That green top band is at 185, and Ripple has to break 65.70 cents. Fetch AI is green bull flag, has to be broken to the upside. Data is a golden bull flags break, the breakout, and it's backtest. OM, not much. Dash has to break out of the blue wedge, obviously to the upside for a rally. And Dogecoin, wow, Dogecoin is not dodgy. It's now forcing, it's can't come back from the backtest of the green resistance or broken bull flags backtest. And now, 1, 2, 3, fourth touch. Maybe it will break. And if it does break, I'm going to show you here. All right, this is a really big question. Okay, Dogecoin had already broken down the red uptrend and backtested it. So is it going to really break back in, go beyond that golden, and really get to the new highs? So this is a very big question, really. So we'll see. And Phantom looking okay. And CAS not so good, as I mentioned. And the green bottom band has to hold for a rally. PAL is up 5%, and it really, I mean, it's out of the green bull flag. It has to break that blue top band at 27 cents. Pepe is up 5%. Is it going to rally and break that golden major resistance zone? That is the only way. Otherwise, I mean, if it comes down to break the purple, the golden bottom band will be the only chance for a rally. Chainlink has to break the purple top band. Shiba is okay off the blue support, but it has to break the golden resistance for a rally. IOTA Blue downtrend has to be broken to the upside, and it has massive potential if it breaks the blue and breaks the wedge. And Jasmine is very close to that green plus purple double support. If it holds, we rally big time, and you should buy Jasmine. And Tia is going to break out at 6.7, $6.7, $6.70, and Venry is off the green bottom band again. It has to get to the blue top band and break out of the green and blue. That's the only way for a rally. Zcash, uh, not really moving much, but if it wants to rally, it has to break the blue, get to the green, and smash that. Okay? Any move beyond the 83, 80, like I know it's a long shot, it's 36 at the moment. So initially it has to break 45, 46, okay? And ACH, not much, um, right? And ADA, Cardano has to break the green and golden resistances to at least start to rally towards $1. Audio, not so much unless it breaks out of the red downtrend. AVAX, yeah, not really. I mean, it's lagging big time. Chili's, not much. I mean, it has to break that green top, and I've even here I said it may come down after this red resistance and the green top band. That's exactly what happened. Got to a new low. This was my huge warning, and it played out beautifully. CKB, yeah, looking okay. And we'll see whether this entire action can be followed. And Coty has to break the golden top band to get to the red and break out. That's the Coty's really large bull flag. The green one was the large one on backtest. You can see the backtest held with very deep backtest. Now it has to break out of the red bull flag to fly. GRT, RSR is out of the red bull flag. Is it going to rally towards that green top band? Sandbox, not really very nice, but it kind of like maybe it will test the green bottom band and then rally. That could be possible. And Theta, not my cup of tea really. It hasn't really shown anything. Toncoin, as long as it's the screen support holds, there is reason to be optimistic. Okay. Um, uh, let's put it this way, right? Maybe, yeah. This could happen. And Uni, right? Uni and Tezos. Oh, Tezos has tried to break that purple top band. It is trying, and if it breaks the green resistance, which is at 80 cents, then maybe we'll see a really big rally. That's it, really. I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.